All right. Is everyone good? Oh, shoot. I gotta put it to live. My bad. Up, up. Hold on, chat. There you go. Sorry about that, chat. But either way, though, we're starting A2 ways. Gotta keep the noise condensed. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I gotta type some things first before I properly con. Okay, either way, A2 Way is going to be the quarterback for the Patriots at the moment. There's been a little bit of rebranding, so with certain teams being what and whatever. So unfortunately, there are going to be some small little changes, but nothing too significant, if I do say so myself. But either way, though, A2 ways. It's on a 3rd and 15. This is not looking very pretty. So this New England team originally they disbanded after technically getting a win uh, from Chicago because Chicago had two exploiters and a band player. So that unfortunately enforced a forfeit loss for the Bears. But the Bears are still a good team and definitely a force to still be reckoned with. But definitely gonna take a hit with that one. But either way, Ogie gonna be the quarterback for New Orleans, and it looks like it's just gonna be run of the middle with really nothing going for him. Here we go. We got Zone gonna be the quarterback for the Saints, although to some that's not super surprising. Either way, it's gonna be a catch there by Pixel. I think it's Pixel, right? Is that how you read it? Some names are just really long. Like I kind of had to be careful with some of them. I had to like squint to be able to see them. But either way, gonna be zone backed up quite a bit thanks to New England's defensive ends. But either way, it looks like he's gonna take a shot deep down the field, and it looks like he's got an easy fit to Giady or Giady's prime. A perfect pass from start to finish. No doubt, Giady is definitely gonna be the number one player on this receiving core that New England has to deal with. No doubt about that. But yeah, either way, let's see if New England can respond with a score of their own. It looks like A2 Ways is just going to go for a touchback here. And here we go, Alam. Going to be the quarterback right now for New England. And let's see what will happen this game. I have really no expectations on what this game is. Oh, someone like disconnect or lag out? What happened there? Either way, Geo gonna get the LS play there. I don't really know what happened to him. Someone just disappeared. DBT Nemo, Patriots are legit this year. Yeah. Like it felt kind of confusing because they were Patriots originally week one, and then they were Arizona for a bit, and then now they're Patriots again somehow. I feel like the rebranding is kind of confusing a lot of players. Like wish people just stuck on one team because I really don't think it's that big of a deal. But either way, Alam gonna be backed up quite a bit, and it's gonna be to Geo. Like there's really, and the worst thing is there's like no like notification of this anywhere. Like sometimes it just kind of happens out of nowhere. I feel like CFL could maybe do a bit better with that. But either way, gonna be on a fourth and 16, not 16, 6, just 6. And it looks like Alam gonna be back to quite a bit here. Gonna find the fold to Jamerl. And it's gonna be good for a 16-yard gain. Speaking of 16. Hey, I was right about the 16 though, just on a different scenario. Sorry about that, had to sneeze real quick. But either way, Alam, with only one defender from the looks of it, gonna be very easy to find a lane. And he's gonna try to get a fold in. Oh no, GD's Prime gonna immediately capitalize on it. Alam just completely fold, thinking the fold was wide open on the left side, but no. GD comes in immediately and strikes it where it hurts the Patriots the most. And now zone. With a chance to extend this lead. Oh, we got a little frame drop, but it's fine. And it's going to be Will to a 10-yard gain. And here we go, zone. Oh, it seemed that he appeared to try a walk pass, but unfortunately just not going to work. Just a slight miscommunication, if anything. But either way, zone revamp. And looks like he's going to try to fire one deep, just completely wide open, but unfortunately just a tad bit overthrown. And now the Saints have a decision to make, or New Orleans. And here we go. Things could get very interesting if they fail on this down here. Either way, zone. They're only appearing. Okay, well, it appears they're rushing too. The second defensive end came a little late. But either way, zone. Gonna try the fold there, and thankfully gonna get a catch by a Voy Boy. That could have nearly been picked off, which also, actually in hindsight, wouldn't have been that bad for for New Orleans, even if he did get an interception. But nonetheless, they still get the ball. Nearly picked off once again by Gio. Oh, that's an incredible missed opportunity there. Guess he must have thought it would be a catch, which I don't blame him. In these kind of games, you can't expect a receiver to miss a pass. But either way, it looks like it's going to be just a tad bit overthrown there. Any shorter, it probably would have been a toss-up. But either way, toss-ups are kind of a thing in these kind of games, but they aren't like super crazy. They aren't the generic back up 50 yards, toss it from end zone to end zone, unless it's like near the end of the game, but even then. In this game, they are completely brain dead, so I guess that's something. But either way, going to be a walk to Davon. Misses two defenders, miss him completely. And that's a touchdown. By New Orleans. I mean, you could say it was bad execution from the Patriots defense, but you got to give credit where it is due. The Saints offense is indeed rolling. Or this New Orleans offense. And somehow they missed the PAT by a mile. That could end up hurting them in the long run if the Patriots come, or if New England comes back. My bad. The reason I don't say like the reason I try to avoid saying like their actual team names because like NFL copyright gets weird. I know it's not that bad with YouTube because there's no logos or anything, but I still want to be safe, you know. That's why I don't want to say like Saints or Patriots because, you know, not that I can't. It's just more of just be safe, you know. Can't be better be safe than sorry. But either way, Alam gonna be back to quite a bit near the 10-yard line, and he's gonna try to look for a streak there, but it seems it was communicated to be a fold. And just like that, another interception by New Orleans. I mean, at the moment, New England just can't do anything right at the wait, I just said at the moment twice. But either way, things are not going ideal for. Are you freaking? Okay, I was about to say I don't know why the screen was black for a moment, but either way, not Aiden gonna get the fold there. Sorry for the lack of a screen there for a couple seconds, but Or either way, zone. And now zone gonna immediately get the LS to Will. And just like that, the Saints are now rolling once more. Can this team get anywhere and maybe potentially mercy the Patriots? And right now things are looking like it with a touchdown pass to Pixel. Honestly, could not have thrown that ball any better. Yeah, right now the Patriots are looking real bad. Or maybe the Saints, or maybe New Orleans is just looking really good. I cannot say. I mean that will be the big question if New Orleans absolutely mercies the Patriot or mercies New England. Yeah, because right now New England needs to get something going on this offense because right now New Orleans is delivering the butt whooping to them. They have brought the belts to this one. But either way, Alam gonna get the LS pass there. Oh, that should not have been a drop. I don't know why that went through him, but it seemed to have been the VZ. But either way, are they gonna look for an LS pass again? Gets mildly covered a bit. Unless he's gonna try another fold. Thankfully, Jam Roll does end up getting the catch there. That was very close to being intercepted, but thankfully, New England keeps their drive alive, and now onto the second. Sorry, onto the second quarter, and now, oh, just a tad bit overthrown there. The fold was there, and I could see it. It was perfectly, near almost perfectly thrown, but just a little bit over. But either way, and it looks like he's gonna try to deliver a big one there on the deep throw. Nope, not gonna get it. Yep, there are games like these where it gets very tricky. And now A2 ways with the decision. He's going to try to take it off and run. Gonna be a 14-yard gain. Unfortunately, just not enough to get the first down, but it is a 4th and inches. So even the slightest gain can get them a first down, and he's going to get it with a slide. Make sure there's no fumble entering this game. Wait, did they force? Wait, that. Wait, did the Saints. Wait, did New Orleans? Like, hold on. Did New Orleans strategically drop down a man so the New England couldn't run it? That's actually kind of genius, if I'm being honest with myself. I feel like there needs to be a rule for that though, in my opinion. Like they need to like announce they're dropping a seventh. They need to like they're dropping a seventh. I think they need to like announce it if they're having seven. Because I feel like that's kind of dumb to where you can just be like, hey, we're dropping a seventh out of nowhere. It would be a shame if you didn't notice, and then just, oh, that happened. Like, it feels like you need to announce it, like, ahead of time before they hike it. But either way, looks like New Orleans is going to stop them just enough for a field goal. But will New England gets it to at least get some points on the board? Time will tell. Unfortunately, that kick is going to be blocked. Oh, hello, Kevin. Welcome to the stream as well. Oh, hey, 6 viewers. Wow. Awesome. Anyways, it's going to be zone. Going to be back to quite a bit. No doubt New Orleans has performed very well offensively. Unfortunately, that pass is overthrown there to the fold. It was pretty well covered, so I'm not going to... I can't say there was much on that play there, unless it was perfectly thrown. But even then, perfectly thrown is a pretty tall order. Oh. That pass looked to have been some kind of LS or walk, but unfortunately just misfired. And now it's a 3rd and 15. An incomplete can definitely force a punt, giving New England the ball. And now it looks like they're going to try a fold there to Davon. And just like that, first down is already acquired. New England just played a little bit too conservative on the streaks. But either way, zone backed up quite a bit. Looks like this play will be a toss. And it's a 2v1 from the looks of it. And just like that, oh my gosh, did Pixel get boosted? I think Pixel got boosted there. What a huge play there. That ended really well for New Orleans. What in the world? Yeah, he got boosted. I mean, that just kind of happens, man. Just there's nothing really New England can do there. It was just immediate 2-on-1 without any help whatsoever. And just a boost to capitalize on it as well. I mean, I do think toss-ups are kind of luck-based anyways for the most part. Like, if it's a 1v1, like, sure, there's maybe, like, some skill to it. But, like, if it's, like, anything, like, above that, it's like, yeah, you're pretty much into luck-based territory. But either way, Alam gonna get the pass there on the streak. But yeah, I was saying, though, like, the reason I consider them toss-ups is because, like, it needs to be, like, a perfect thing. Because sometimes there can be just the off chance you get jammed or someone gets boosted, and that can, like, turn the tide of the entire toss for better or worse. So that's why I think it's kind of on the luck-based end in that way as well. But either way, A2 ways. On a 2nd and 15, New England has a perfect opportunity to score here if they're able. And here we go. It's going to be a fire to a streak. Going to be intercepted immediately by Giudi's Prime. And just like that, New Orleans is delivering an absolute butt whooping to New England. Right now, New England's offense is just completely in disarray at the moment. Either way, going to be an LS to Will. And here we go. Zone. Just trying to get something here. And here we go. Zone. Gonna get the pass to Pixel on the out route. And there you go. 17-yard gain just like that. And here we go. Zone. Looking around, seeing what he can find. Zone completely backed up thanks to 2 fenders of New England, but thankfully gonna find the LS to Will once again. And here we go, zone. I mean, so far I gotta give credit to this New Orleans offense, just completely dismantling this Patriots defense in one way or another. I mean, yeah, they had a couple of fortunate interactions going their way, but no doubt I can't leave it all to luck sometimes in these kind of games. But either way, zone. And here we go, zone, trying to take a deep shot left, but it might be, oh, it wasn't overthrown, but it was caught by Giudi, but with excellent defense from the deep left, that ended up being incomplete thanks to him bodying Giudi out of bounds, preventing him from being inbounds, and there you go. I mean, so far I know the scoreboard says otherwise, but this New England defense isn't even playing that bad. But okay, I was about to jinx it there, but Pixel ended up getting a toss, but once again bodied out of bounds. So far, this New England defense has definitely done well at keeping the deep routes in check. But either way, zone gonna take it off and run. And he's going to get the first down easily. That is the main downside of running only one rusher. You're going to end up in those situations. That's why I always just run 2, because there are just going to be some situations like that where, yeah, you're going to run into someone running it. But either way, zone. And here we go, zone just backed up quite a bit by the defense or defensive ends. It's going to be to Oi Oi for an 11-yard gain, making this a second and goal at the 1 yard line. Zone could run it, but no, he's going to try a fade route on a 5v2. And the odds ended up being in their favor with Voyboy getting a touchdown. And right now, this is 30-0. This is just... oh, man. This could not be anything worse. Or this could not go any worse for New England at the moment whatsoever. I mean, I know it's halftime, but... or close to half, but... this still is not a good look for them. Unless they can find a way to come back, but... with how New Orleans is playing, it's a pretty tall order. They just can't seem to get anything going on this offense. Just so many turnovers just happening. I'm just kind of losing what to say, you know? Just no idea what to do or say, but either way, looks like it's gonna be a toss from the looks of it. All right, well, it's gonna be a toss-up, ladies and gentlemen, where I have no idea, and it's gonna be picked off by Oi Oi, but it is halftime, so unfortunately, New Orleans does not get the ball back. It will be New England, but just it doesn't seem like New England has much of a game plan at all. It just feels like they're kind of vibing. They just pull a Zaza and do it for the vibes. Pull a Zaza from Marvel Rivals, just play it for the vibes. But yeah, when 10,000 Robux are on the line, no, I'm not saying New England is playing for the vibes. I'm not saying that. I'm just making a joke, but you can't play for the vibes for these kind of leagues and competitive scenes because there's a prize pool on the line. Like 10K, it's a lot more Robux than you think. So every win counts, but I know it's week 3 and they're 2-0, but there's still a lot of room for improvement as far as New England is concerned. Oh, wait. New Orleans does get the ball first? Or does get the ball? Huh. I guess I was wrong. My bad. Miscorrection there. But either way, zone gonna be backed up quite a bit. Oh, we're almost at 800 members. Oh, gets immediately swatted by a Patriots defensive end there. I will say, though, the Patriots defensive ends are definitely playing pretty good, all things considered. I mean, there's not much you can really do when a quarterback backs up like 50 yards and then chucks it somewhere, but, you know. I mean, for what they can, they're doing pretty fine. I will say, as a pro defensive end myself, in other Roblox football games, I will say they're doing really well. No, it wasn't grounding. Someone was nearby, LOS. But either way, it's going to be a toss-up, and it's going to be intercepted by Jamerl. I mean, still, that's New England's first takeaway, if I recall. Able to win the one-on-one toss-up there, thanks to an overthrown ball. Although it was just barely overthrown, so I'm not going to say it was that big, but... oh, it looked to have been some kind of weird VC play for LS, but unfortunately just wasn't able to nail it down right. Oh, okay, they're resetting the play. But either way, gonna be the Twitch, Cray 11. Gonna be good for 11-yard gain. But either way, gonna beat a Twitch Cray 11 once again. Sorry, I didn't realize it was the. Either way, Alam gonna be out route to Warstar. And here we go. Maybe things could turn up for New Orleans, but either way, it looks like they're going to be rushing 3 from New Orleans, not allowing Alam to get any time. But right now, the offensive line for New England is doing really well. And it looks like it's going to be a 3v1 toss, but it looks like it might be overthrown, and it will. Man, the odds were definitely in New England's favor. It was just execution. Yeah, that's what I think I could definitely see this game evolving competitively if we got like balance updates more often. That's why I kind of want to see more. Because I feel like nowadays it's mostly just execution, not really just like strategizing or learning. It just kind of everyone just runs the same stuff. I mean, yeah, you see a couple in something interesting every now and then, but it's not like, oh, it's gonna take over the game kind of thing. It's more of just, it's neat when you see it. But I mean, that's any game though. It's not like it's just not like it's crazy, but I think this game has a lot of potential to be competitive, but it's got a lot of way to go. So I think just starting a bit small is fine. But either way, Jamerl gonna end up getting the fold there. He could have possibly gotten tackled there too, but thankfully the defender missed. And thankfully gets good enough for a first down, but now Alam backed up all the way. They're rushing 3, and oh my goodness. New England misses a wide open man. That could have been very, very bad for New Orleans. But then again, they're up by 30, so I don't know if it would have been that bad. But like I said, every point counts, I guess. Now Alam backed up all the way thanks to that triple rush, and now we got a 2v1 toss up. And somehow it's intercepted by Voyboy. What in the world is happening with New England? I don't really know what in the world happened there, but either way, if I were him, though, I would definitely prepare for a VC play on the right side because it looks like it is. No? Okay, well, I guess I mispredicted. I didn't think they'd attempt that, but either way, gonna beat a zone. Just trying to find a VC play to get them out of this shaky situation here. And looks like they will with not Aiden catching a small fade pass there. Sorry I couldn't describe it because it's kind of hard to know what those routes are half the time. But either way, zone now in a more suitable position, able to give it to Oi Oi. Somehow misses a first defender. Unfortunately, does not shake off the second, and he's going to get tackled at around the 21-yard line. And here we go. New Orleans on the verge of being up 36-0. Unfortunately, not this play, though. It looked like it was going to be some kind of Walker LS, but unfortunately didn't get too far with it. So it will be a 2nd and 12. Here we go. Zone. Trying to walk around if he can. Backed up all the way. It looks like it's going to be a toss-up. 3v3. And it's going to be a touchdown by Geodes Prime. And now it is 36-0 in the third quarter. Either way, 36-0. Warstar gonna get the return, but gets tackled almost immediately. Oh my goodness. New Orleans did not come here to play, I will say that. And now Alam. I have no idea, man. Things are happening. Either the Saints are just that good or New England just sucks. I have no idea. I cannot tell you anything. But either way, Alam. Oh, yeah. They. It seems that I don't know if New England's just having a bad game, but right now they are not on the same page whatsoever. It just feels very odd to me. I don't know how to describe it. But either way, gonna be a full to Roy. Roy, is that bioluminescence skin on his football? Either way, it probably is. But either way, I'm going to continue this. And now Alam. Either way, gonna be a Roy. Good enough for 14-yard gain. Looks can be deceiving, I guess, or maybe they rebranded because not everything is kind of changed, but everything is kind of notified immediately. But either way, Roy gonna be the quarterback for New England right now. I don't really understand the change that much, but either way, Roy gonna take it off and run himself. Why not? Has a free open lane. Gonna be good for a 17-yard gain, and now it's first and goal, inches away from a touchdown, and he's gonna get it. And there you go. New England with their first score of the game. This might be the worst CFL game I've watched. Uh, yeah, at least they scored. That's something. Would have been real bad if they didn't score at all. But yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Smiley, this is not the greatest game you have seen. Sorry about that, but I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's not my fault. I'm not the one playing, but still. But yeah, don't worry. Not all of the games are going to be like this. I have no explanation. I thought the Patriots would play a lot better than this, but either way, let's see if Zone can continue the momentum. Yeah, yeah, my fault, bro. Yeah, I'm all these players. Yeah, I'm like, I'm taking control of like every Patriots player here. I don't know, for somehow, some way. I'm like one of those like Chinese like social media bot companies with like 7 phones, 7 or 8 phones, like stacked. Yeah, I'm controlling all of them. It's all a conspiracy. But either way, Zone trying to find a streak there, and somehow Oi Oi gonna end up coming with it or coming up with it. Sorry, voice track. Digitoad, by the way, it's DPT Keegan. Oh, okay. But either way, Zone. It looks like he's just gonna toss it up. Why not? But unfortunately, it's gonna be overthrown. And I'm Omni. What gave that away, Omni? Is it your username on YouTube chat? Could be anything, you know. You could be you could be Sam13, you never know. Or Zone. You could be yeah, you could be Zone right now just typing while you're playing because you're that big of a prodigy. But either way, Davon gonna end up getting the out route there. And now Zone gonna try a toss up there, and it's gonna be a touchdown by Oi Oi. I mean, I don't really know if I call it a toss up, but it might as well have been. Sand would be a type person to do this. Yeah. He'd probably just be running a streak, though. Yeah, I feel like what this game is missing, though, is I feel like we need, wait, Hall of Fame Void and A2 Left Seahawks to get destroyed by the Saints. Yeah, teams are it kind of be like that sometimes. But either way, it's going to be to Davon. Unfortunately, since it is fourth quarter, they can go for two, but unfortunately that 2-point conversion failed. I think I do remember them being on the Seahawks. Yeah, very strange why they left. I haven't seen H Hall of Fame Void anywhere. But either way, Warstar gonna get the fold there, but and here we go, Roy. So what the so what New England needs right now? At least we got me. The glaze is crazy, but I will appreciate the compliment either way. All right, so Roy, gonna try to take the easy fold. What I was gonna say, the easy fold, but unfortunately it was incomplete. I don't really know what happened there, but okay. And it looks like he was gonna try to find a pass to that streak, but fortunately it was just heavily covered. Hard to throw a perfect pass there, but let's see what Roy has in the tank at quarterback. Oh, never mind. It's gonna be Twitch Cray 11, and it looks like it's gonna be an easy pass there to A2 Ways. I don't know why he dived for that, but either way, Twitch Cray, and he's backed up quite a bit, but it looks like he's gonna try to throw it in the end zone, and VZ gonna end up getting a touchdown. Second touchdown of the game by New England. Bro, can you imagine like how funny this would be if New England somehow comes back from this? Like, you know how funny that would be? This it would be probably the funniest thing. I know it seems very unlikely, but it would be pretty hilarious. Oh, okay, well, Roy trying to run it into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, but unfortunately just not gonna get it. And now the onside kick. Will the Patriots come up with, or will New England come up with it? No, it will not. No, they will not. And now New Orleans has the ball once again. Same as usual. But let's see if something can happen. And it looks like New Orleans not going to take any risks with this game. Not playing anything crazy. Just going to take the easy play on the check down. Yeah. If New England comes back from this and wins, that'd be like the craziest comeback of all time. I'm not even going to lie, but it looks like New Orleans is keeping that dream, well, a dream and not reality. By the way, oi, gonna dodge a couple defenders before going down. And here we go, zone. And now zone. With plenty of room and an open lane, he can take the run if he wants to, and it looks like he is. And that's good enough for only a 2-yard gain, but they wasted valuable seconds from New England. And now it looks like New Orleans is looking to draw this to a close. Okay, well, it isn't incomplete, though, so that does stop the clock, but again, like, New England's going to need, like, 29 points in a dream. Well, provided they're able to stop New Orleans here, which maybe they will. Oh, it looks like it was going to be a trick play, but unfortunately not able to fire it or execute it to perfection, and that's going to be incomplete. I mean, I feel like that should be a fumble, if anything, and I feel like that should set him back, but I don't make the rules in these kind of games. And they do miss the field goal, so that does open up New England to maybe get another touchdown, make this game a bit closer. And here we go, Alam. Gonna take the easy streak to Roy there, just completely wide open. Not to mention give them better field position. I mean, that's really all you can do in that kind of situation. And looks like New Orleans is going to be playing prevent for the most part. And now, and it looks like it's going to be an easy streak there down the middle to New England, and VZ with another touchdown this game with 2 minutes left exactly. I don't really know what in the world happened with this New Orleans defense all of a sudden, but it'd be very tragic if they lost this game. I'm not saying they will, but you know, Roblox football is kind of one of those games where the game isn't over until it's secured. And Football Legends is no different. But either way, onside kick number 2. Oh my gosh, A2A's got it. Wait, this could actually be a comeback. What in the world is this game? If they get like two more onside kicks, this could actually be close. This could actually be a comeback win. By the way, gonna be to Roy there on the fold. And Roy gonna take as much yardage as he can. Unfortunately, it does waste precious seconds, and I don't know why the clock is still running. It shouldn't be, but it just is. But either way, gonna be 8 ways on the streak there. And gonna be good for about 22 yards there. Or why am I saying there so much? Right, either way, Alam. Let's see if they can find anything in the end zone. Patriots will have to be quick about it, and unfortunately, it's going to be only 9 yards. I thought he had the end zone, but I guess was tackled midway, and now it's going to be a touchdown to Roy with 1 minute 21 seconds left. I'm not going to say this is impossible. Actually, there is something in the rules that they can do, and I don't know if the Patriots are reading the stream there, but they could go for its 4th and 25. So that is also something they can do. I don't know if they changed the rules, so I don't know if it's possible, but if they read the rules, they can do a 4th and 25. That is a thing. I don't know the exact details of how it works, but they don't need to go for an onside if they don't want to. But either way, gonna be... Oh, it was just a little bit short on the toss there, but still very good effort by Warstar nonetheless. But either way, it looks like there's no 4th and 25, and here comes another onside. Warstar able to get it somehow, some way. What in the world is happening? Dude, this could be the craziest comeback of the century if they are able to score here. But the problem is that they're going to end up facing is that they need to go for 2 here to... Wait, will they need to go for 2? Yeah, they'll pretty much need to go for 2 here to make this a 1-score game. But either way, gonna be to Roy. We'll get the first down, but... Okay, so there's their first timeout. I don't know if that's the best timeout here, but I don't really blame Roy for it, so I can't understand it, but... I mean, I guess to be fair, I guess it's not a horrible timeout, but I feel like you need to savor those timeouts as much as you can. Or either way, it's gonna be down the field, VZ with another touchdown once again. Is that VZ's third? I think I might be his 3rd touchdown. I could be wrong, though. Maybe it's his 4th. I don't know. I've kind of lost count, but... Yeah, sorry, guys. I don't count every player, but... Either way, Patriots with potentially the game on the line. Thankfully going to get the 2-point conversion, and just like that, it is a 7-point game. What in the world is happening? And here we go, the onside kick. That could potentially win the game. Unfortunately not. Will gonna end up getting it. And hopefully... Oh. Oh? Okay, well, it seemed to have been nothing really eventful, but... Either way, the Patriots have a chance. It's not a big one, but it's a chance. But it looks like New Orleans is just going to run out the clock as much as they can. And honestly, understandably so. Unfortunately... Wait, is that a rule? Okay, in the meantime, all this time is being taken. I'm going to look at the rule book real quick. If there's a game rule book. There it is. I'm pretty sure I've seen a 4th and 25 in the rules. But either way, zone. Gonna give it to Will. I feel like they're not. I feel like that's a terrible game plan on New England's part. I feel like they should let them score, if anything. Like, I don't know why they're covering the deep. Like, cover the folds. Because if they score, who cares? Like, you get the ball back and you can get an onside kick anyways. So I feel like they should be covering the folds and the short routes, not the big. They can double block here because they are within their own 20, I believe. Is that the rule? Oh, it's going to be a sack, but unfortunately it does not matter. Clock will run down. Excuse me? Clock isn't running down. Why? Did someone secretly call a timeout? What is this? But either way, zone on a 3rd and 25 here. Oh my gosh. They might have. Okay, well, they're just going to run down the clock, but either way, going to be a 4th down here. And now zone. Probably just going to run backwards for 8 seconds and toss it up. Yeah, I think that's the biggest mistake Patriots made there, was just letting him take like the short routes. I'm like just let them score if they get it. And here we go. Now it's going to be a toss. And unfortunately for New England, it's going to be overthrown. And just like that, New Orleans has won the game, albeit barely. But a win is a win at the end of the day. And I will get stats for defense and stuff. But yeah, definitely a pretty good performance, but well, I won't lie, it was a close game, all things considered. I know the scoreboard's gonna say it was close, but it really wasn't. Either way, lots to improve from both teams there, but I mean, mostly mostly New England. But I will say though, it was a pretty good game, all things considered. I won't be too mad about it, especially at the end. So at least it gave us like a good end to it. So I'll give credit where it's due, but I feel bad for you. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It ended up being a good game in the end. It may not have been the best overall, but at least it was close. That's all that matters, right? It was kind of close. It had some things, and then boom. So yeah, I'm not too mad about it. Not too angry. But yeah, I don't really have much else to really say about it. I mean there is going to be a game tomorrow on at 9, I think. Yeah, 9 EST tomorrow. It's going to be Bengals and Dolphins. GG though, yeah. 100%. But yeah, tune in for tomorrow though. Because Bengals and Dolphins are going to be playing tomorrow at 9 EST. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm going to be the one streaming it, but either way, I think this one should be a pretty decent game though. I don't know, maybe not. I have no idea, but nonetheless though, thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys later.